We specialise in languages, and primarily we're a distributor to other businesses, bookseller retailers, but we also retailing, and we obviously sell to schools and also private customers. We have a bookshop in London as well. And mainly what we do is we import resources directly from Europe. So almost all of the products we have in our catalogue are sort of French titles from France, German titles from Germany, so textbooks, literature. We have a lot of primary picture books, so all in the native language, so it's all authentic resources.
But you then provide the link between Europe and the UK so that they don't have to go out and forage themselves.
Yeah, exactly. So we import it all, and then promote it and sell it, and we work with particularly with textbooks and courses, things like that. We work closely with some major publishers for teaching their language as a foreign language in any of those countries. So it's not just primary schools, we do secondary courses for adult education, university, and then also literature. We have a lot of literature in the native language for anyone who's fluent speaker.
So do you get to actually be the person that goes all over these different places in Europe and sourcing the books?
We do to some extent, but it's mainly office-based these days. We do
Such a shame.
and we do most of the travelling we do is within the UK to conferences like this. But we do every year. We go to Frankfurt there's a big international book fair there, and we don't go as an exhibitor, rather we go and meet the publishers who we work with, and we can take a look at sourcing new products there, new titles.
And what are you looking for if you go to see, and there are all of these new titles to choose from, what's the kind of key things that you're looking for to bring those over to us here in the UK?
Well, obviously links with schools, links to curriculum is very helpful if you're not getting the resources directly sort of created from the exam boards, etc. The content isn't necessarily completely the same for the British curriculum, but with storybooks and things like that, you tend to look for themes, for keywords, for if you wanted a lesson on a particular tense or something like that. Books that are simple enough for learners. It's getting the balance right, particularly for children's picture books, the balance right between the language level. Obviously, most of the primary books, the picture books we have are intended for native speaker children, so sometimes you might find that the language might be a bit too difficult, even if the content, the words and the sort of themes are appropriate, so it's getting that balance right.
So would your books be more aimed at children who've come across from Europe and are now living in the UK, or do they sort of transfer across very easily between children who speak English as a first language, or children who are perhaps over here from Germany or France or Spain?
We do a bit of both. I mean, mainly we are looking to bring languages for learners as a foreign language. So when we are looking for whether it's a course book or a reading book or whatever it might be, games, language games, and things for British people or second language or whatever, learning a new foreign language. But we do have plenty on offer as well for native speakers, bilingual, if it's second or third generation, if their parents bringing up bilingual children, or sort of adults who've come over, living, working in the UK, but they want to see a bit more of their native literature or anything, or films, something like that. We can source those for you.
And what sort of feedback do you get from people when you go to do conferences like this, and they see that your books are, as you say, the genuine article, they've literally come from, it's a French book from France. What are they actually, sort of telling you about these? Are they quite excited to see them?
Yeah, I think so. Generally, it is quite positive. I mean, the picture books particularly, even in English language, they're so colourful and interesting and fun, so it's nice to see. And sometimes, quite often, we can get the same title in different languages. We can also get books that are very popular here, like The Hungry Caterpillar or anything like that. We have The Gruffalo, sort of things like that. You can find them quite often translated into other languages. So you can then, if kids are familiar with a particular story, you can then use that in the language lesson, and they're already familiar with it, so they might be able to pick up the language a bit easier. So